the footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our draft grades video for the Chicago Bears. We're going to take a look at their draft to see how well they did this past April. In my opinion, the Bears is a team without a lot of holes, and they didn't have a lot of selections in this draft, but they were able to make some key impactful picks, especially in the first 2 rounds. And what I like most about the Bears draft, I look at Shea McClellan out of Boise State. Some people say this was a luxury pick. I think this was a need pick. I like the way he brings that burst off the edge, and anytime you can get consistent pressure from both sides of the line of scrimmage, it frees up more one-on-one opportunities for those pass rushers. McClellan is also a guy, great athleticism, can drop back in coverage in certain packages. So now this defensive front will be active, they'll be aggressive, and it also gives Israel Adonijah an opportunity to stay healthy throughout the season. And the Alshon Jeffrey pick makes a lot of sense here, and I like the way they've added him to this roster. You team Alshon Jeffrey up, who's 6'3", but plays like he's 6'6", and catches everything with his hands, next to a guy like Brandon Marshall, who also plays like he's 6'6" and snatched the ball out of the air. And you also look at your interior wide receivers with Devin Hester and also guys like Earl Bennett. Now they can do more damage underneath. This Bears passing game will be one to be reckoned with throughout the course of the season. If I was a defensive coordinator, I would not want to face the Bears throwing the football, especially with a guy like Jay Cutler back there that has no range as far as where he can throw a football. Now, what I didn't like about the Bears draft, I didn't understand the drafting of a guy in Brandon Harden out of Oregon State. Yes, he is a solid player. He missed all of last year with an injury, so you have to wonder how healthy is he and how will he fit in this Bears defense. And the Bears honestly draft a safety each and every year. When will they hit it right? I don't know if this is the guy that can do so. Undrafted free agent that could surprise and make the roster. I look at 2 guys. I look at James Brown out of Troy. I honestly thought this guy was going to get drafted within the 7 rounds, but they got a quality guy that's going to provide quality depth on that offensive line. And honestly, helping out that offensive line, the biggest help for that offensive line is not having Mike Martz back there as your coordinator. And I also look at Adrian Cole out of Louisiana Tech. This guy is a Bears type linebacker, can actively play the run, physical at the point of attack, and also can drop back in coverage. The Bears get a steal here out of Louisiana Tech. I have to give the Bears a C+ in this draft. I like the first 2 selections. They hit home runs with those picks, but the middle part of the draft, I kind of has some question marks about it. And look, this is a team that has little to minimal holes. The biggest question for the Bears was, can they pass protect for Jay Cutler? I think losing Mike Martz to retirement is going to help that offensive line out a lot, because they will have better protection packages for Cutler, and this offense will open up. Look for a Bears team that could possibly win the NFC outright, due to the fact that there's a lot of talent on offense, and that defense will always be aggressive. I want to give a shout out to these Chicago Bear fan sites for always showing football game plan support.